Here are 150 motivational quotes from billionaires that can inspire you in life, business, and personal growth. These quotes come from some of the most successful entrepreneurs and business magnates in the world. 1. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. 2. I find that the harder I work, the more luck I seem to have. Thomas Jefferson. 3. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Warren Buffett. 4. Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. 5. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. John D. Rockefeller. 6. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney. 7. I never took a day off in my 20s. Not one. Bill Gates. 8. The most important thing is to focus on what you're doing, and if you get it right, everything will follow. Elon Musk. 9. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Albert Einstein. 10. I want to put a ding in the universe. Steve Jobs. 11. In the business world, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield. Warren Buffett. 12. Don't count the days, make the days count. Muhammad Ali. 13. It's not about ideas. It's about making ideas happen. Scott Belsky. 14. Risk more than others think is safe. Dream more than others think is practical. Howard Schultz. 15. I think the biggest risk is not taking any risk. Mark Zuckerberg. 16. You should learn from your competitor, but never copy. Copy and you die. Jack Ma. 17. Everything you do in life, you can either be the best at it or you can be mediocre. You have to make a decision. Warren Buffett. 18. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Epictetus. 19. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Abraham Lincoln. 20. I always believe that if you're not moving forward, you're moving backward. Richard Branson. 21. If you are not willing to risk the usual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. Jim Rohn. 22. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. Estee Lauder. 23. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. 24. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney. 25. The best investment you can make is in yourself. Warren Buffett. 26. Opportunities don't happen. You create them. Chris Grosser. 27. It's not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. Charles Darwin. 28. The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. Vidal Sassoon. 29. Wealth is the ability to fully experience life. Henry David Thoreau. 30. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Steve Jobs. 31. You can't have a good day with a bad attitude, and you can't have a good business with a bad attitude. Richard Branson. 32. Your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Jeff Bezos. 33. If you don't have a competitive advantage, don't compete. Jack Welch. 34. Do not wait to strike till the iron is hot, but make it hot by striking. William Butler Yeats. 35. I'm convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance. Steve Jobs. 36. I think there are a lot of people who are just in it for the money, and I'm not in it for the money. Warren Buffett. 37. Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Winston Churchill. 38. I have learned that the best way to become wealthy is to focus on creating value, not on making money. Peter Thiel. 39. You don't learn to walk by following rules. You learn by doing, and by falling over. Richard Branson. 40. Success is not how high you have climbed, but how you make a positive difference to the world. Roy T. Bennett. 41. The harder you work for something, the greater you'll feel when you achieve it. Anonymous. 42. If you are not willing to risk the usual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. Jim Rohn. 43. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows. Ralph Marston. 44. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. Zoe Sayward. 45. Be stubborn on vision, but flexible on details. Jeff Bezos. 46. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. John D. Rockefeller. 47. Business opportunities are like buses, there's always another one coming. Richard Branson. 48. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. 49. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau. 50. What we do today, right now, will have an accumulated effect on all our tomorrows. Alexandra Stoddard. 51. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Warren Buffett. 52. I could either watch it happen or be a part of it. Elon Musk. 53. It's not about money or connections, it's the willingness to outwork and outlearn everyone. Mark Cuban. 54. You make your money by selling to people who want what you've got, not by selling what you've got to people. Mark Cuban. 55. Life is not about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. George Bernard Shaw. 56. In the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. Lewis Carroll. 57. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. 58. Do not be embarrassed by your failures, learn from them and start again. Richard Branson. 59. The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same. Colin R. Davis. 60. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. Albert Schweitzer. 61. The only thing that stands between you and your goal is the story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't achieve it. Jordan Belfort. 62. Success is not the result of spontaneous combustion. You must set yourself on fire. Arnold H. Glasgow. 63. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney. 64. Entrepreneurship is about creating change, not just companies. Mark Zuckerberg. 65. It's not about how bad you want it. It's about how hard you're willing to work for it. Anonymous. 66. One of the best ways to learn is to surround yourself with people who are smarter than you. Mark Zuckerberg. 67. The most important thing is to focus on what you're doing, and if you get it right, everything will follow. Elon Musk. 68. You don't need to have a 100-person company to develop that idea. Larry Page. 69. The secret to success is to do the common thing uncommonly well. John D. Rockefeller. 70. The biggest mistake people make is not learning from their failures. Jeff Bezos. 71. You only have to be right once. Mark Cuban. 72. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Jim Rohn. 73. If you don't love what you do, you won't be successful. Richard Branson. 74. It's not about ideas. It's about making ideas happen. Scott Belsky. 75. Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they can't lose. Bill Gates. 76. Success is not about how high you have climbed, but how you make a positive difference to the world. Roy T. Bennett. 77. You get in life what you have the courage to ask for. Oprah Winfrey. 78. The only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. Steve Jobs. 79. Wealth is not about having a lot of money, it's about having a lot of options. Chris Rock. 80. Business is never personal. It's just business. Michael Corleone. 81. Success is not about what you have, but about who you become. Tony Robbins. 82. An entrepreneur is someone who jumps off a cliff and builds a plane on the way down. Reid Hoffman. 83. I don't mind failing. I just don't want to fail without trying. Mark Cuban. 84. Keep away from those who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you believe that you too can become great. Mark Twain. 85. Life's too short to hang out with people who aren't resourceful. Jeff Bezos. 86. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Peter Drucker. 87. My best advice is to don't listen to anybody, including me. Jeff Bezos. 88. It's not about having the right opportunities. It's about handling the opportunities right. Mark Cuban. 89. The key to success is to focus on goals, not obstacles. Anonymous. 90. There is no elevator to success, you have to take the stairs. Anonymous. 91. It's never too late to start something new. Anonymous. 92. The more I practice, the luckier I get. Gary Player. 93. My mantra is, be brave, be bold, and be fearless. Sheryl Sandberg. 94. Make sure your business is scalable before you scale. Mark Zuckerberg. 95. When you innovate, you've got to be prepared for people telling you that you are nuts. Larry Ellison. 96. You have to be willing to be misunderstood if you're going to innovate. Jeff Bezos. 97. The most successful entrepreneurs I know are optimistic. Bill Gates. 98. Don't be afraid to start over. It's a chance to rebuild what you want. Anonymous. 99. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. Albert Schweitzer. 100. I'm always trying to change the world a little bit. Elon Musk. 101. You will never do anything in this world without courage. Aristotle. Onassis. 102. There's no shortage of remarkable ideas, what's missing is the will to execute them. Seth Godin. 103. I think that we have a great opportunity to change the world. The world is changing very quickly, and we're in the position to make it better. Jeff Bezos. 104. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. Bill Gates. 105. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. Estee Lauder. 106. Business is about making dreams come true for others and for yourself. Richard Branson. 107. You don't have to be a genius to get started, but you do have to get started to be a genius. Anonymous. 108. If you're not a risk taker, you should get the hell out of business. Ray Kroc. 109. Do what you do so well that they will want to see it again and bring their friends. Walt Disney. 110. A business that makes nothing but money is a poor business. Henry Ford. 111. The most common reason for failure is quitting. Mary Kay Ash. 112. Success is achieved by developing our strengths, not by eliminating our weaknesses. Marilyn Vos Savant. 113. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney. 114. Keep your eyes on the stars, and your feet on the ground. Theodore Roosevelt. 115. Do what you love and don't listen to anyone else who tells you not 2. Tim Ferriss. 116. Work hard, be kind, and amazing things will happen. Conan O'Brien. 117. Success is a journey, not a destination. Ben Sweetland. 118. A good objective of leadership is to help those who are doing poorly to do well and to help those who are doing well to do even better. Jim Rohn. 119. If you are born poor, it's not your mistake. But if you die poor, it's your mistake. Bill Gates. 120. The only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment. Tony Robbins. 121. Wealth is the ability to fully experience life. Henry David Thoreau. 122. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. 123. The most valuable thing you can make is a mistake. You can't learn anything from being perfect. Adam Osborne. 124. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela. 125. The difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. Anonymous. 126. I've learned that if you are going to be successful, you have to do it your way and find your path. Richard Branson. 127. People with good intentions make promises, but people with good character keep them. Anonymous. 128. Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time. Jim Rohn. 129. Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. Steve Jobs. 130. To live a creative life, we must lose our fear of being wrong. Joseph Chilton Pierce. 131. You're never going to get it if you don't try it. Mark Cuban. 132. Success is not in what you have, but who you are. Bo Bennett. 133. Don't worry about failure, you only have to be right once. Drew Houston. 134. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. Henry Ford. 135. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. Charles R. Swindoll. 136. The key to success is to focus on goals, not obstacles. Anonymous. 137. If you don't have a competitive advantage, don't compete. Jack Welch. 138. The only way to avoid criticism is to do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. Aristotle. 139. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Thomas Edison. 140. It's always too early to quit. Norman Vincent Peale. 141. It's hard to beat a person who never gives up. Babe Ruth. 142. Success is not how high you have climbed, but how you make a positive difference to the world. Roy T. Bennett. 143. There are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Beverly Sills. 144. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. 145. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Mae West. 146. It's not about how bad you want it. It's about how hard you're willing to work for it. Anonymous. 147. The only thing standing between you and your goal is the story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't achieve it. Jordan Belfort. 148. In the business world, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield. Warren Buffett. 149. Don't be afraid to start over. It's a chance to rebuild what you want. Anonymous. 150. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau.